Hi everybody, Papa Kenny from Papa Kenny's Workshop. I know I haven't had a video up in a while. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we'll get back to that in a minute. Yeah, I haven't had a video up in a while. I've been real busy. I'm working on a pretty big project down my brother-in-law's, one of his garages down in Providence. He's got a cat backhoe that the front end broke. Actually, the right front kingpin wore out so bad it broke right off the front axle. So I'm in the process of working on that, getting that thing back together. I was actually just working on a video, but I had a corrupt file, so I gotta go back and figure that all out. That video will be up soon. As far as Rattle can, haven't really done much anything. As you can see, I don't have a garage really to work on it. There's the workshop, motorcycles in there, tools, and all that other stuff, but haven't really got to work on it. And I've been real busy, like I said. I was supposed to get together with my tuner to take it for a ride and do some data logging to fine tune it. Don't get me wrong, she runs awesome. Except when I come to a stop sign, she wants to hesitate and stall. You got to give it a little bit of gas to keep running. But we expected that. At the time, I couldn't drive it. The rear end transmission was bad. So it's just been a matter of him having time, me having time to get back together to find, get this thing where I can drive it on a daily basis. I did change the tires and wheels when I first bought this truck. It came with 75/15 steel wheels, but originally the door tag says it originally came with 16-inch, which I really do believe this truck was born as a Chevy S10 Extreme because typically a 4-cylinder short bed does not come with 16-inch tires or wheels. It doesn't come with a flexible fuel pump, which I found out the hard way when I went to change the fuel pump. I didn't think this 4-cylinder fuel pump had enough pressure. And lo and behold, I had a flex fuel pump. But that's very rare in these, which them fuel pumps have plenty of pressure to run an LS engine. So that's another thing. It does have the ZQ8 suspension package, which includes rapid steer, short radius, something steering box, I don't know, quick steering box, something like that. It's got heavy duty coil springs and leaf springs, heavy duty shocks, Bilstein shocks front and rear, that's typical. And also has heavy duty sway bar in the front and a sway bar that attaches to the rear end to the chassis frame, almost like a sway bar, anti-roll bar put together. And that you don't typically find that in an S10 like 4-cylinder, like I said. So one of these days I'll run that number and see if she really was an Extreme. On another note, if you haven't heard, I subscribe to Hardcore Chevrolet. It's a really cool articles on there. It's kind of like Hot Rod Magazine, and every month they feature reader rides, they call it, and it's something that people work on themselves and they build from start to finish. And they'll pick one and feature it. And I said, what the hell? I had emails, the editor told him what I had. And to my surprise, it took a while, I think a month before he got back to me. But he said, get some pictures together, as many as I can, and send them to him. Once he receives them, he's going to give me a call. And yeah, they're going to feature. Rattle Can's going to be featured. It's going to be the feature article in that Reader's Ride section. So once that comes out, if you're interested, I'll let you know when it's out. Back to the one-wheel peel, and look what we got here. Finally, I've been searching high and low for a different rear end to put in this thing because it does not have a limited slip. It's got a 410 regular. So I've been looking for a rear end, specifically out of a Ford Explorer. These, when you get these, you can use one out of a Ford Ranger. They call them 8.8, but the Ford Explorer come with thicker, wider axles. They're 3 inches, opposed to, I don't know what the Rangers are 2.5 or something. These got 31-inch splines, where the Rangers got 28 splines. Like I said, there were plenty of them there, but I couldn't find one with limited slip. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but a shout out to my buddy Chris Capozzi over Capozzi's Auto Salvage. I went over to see him. They're in Coventry. Asked him if he had one, and he told me to go take a look. And lo and behold, I found one. It was in a Mountaineer, a 97 Mountaineer, which was great because just what I'm looking for: disc brakes, limited slip, 373 gears. It's not exactly what I got in there, but it'll work. Another change I'm going to make into the computer when my programmer gets here. Tires and wheels. That could have something to do with the way it's driving. But back to this thing. Typically these Explorer 8.8s, you can strip all this nonsense off of it, and it will actually fit right in the S10. I do believe the S10 from backing plate to backing plate are 56 inches. The Ford Explorers are 59 from backing plate to backing plate. Not only that, if you look at it, the pinion is offset, meaning one axle is shorter than the other. But anyways, it will fit. You're going to push your leaf springs out. You're going to buy a conversion U-joint, which I got to get anyways, that goes from the Chevy drive shaft to the Ford flange on that drive shaft, which I don't have that yet. I got to get that. There was no drive shaft on here. So you get that conversion U-joint. You get an adapter for the brake line that goes either to metric or standard to metric, and the brake line's hooked right up. The spring purchase will line up. The only problem is you have to push them out about a half an inch to make this rear end fit, and the wheels are going to stick out, because that's typically if you put it in just the way it is. But Papa Kenny's not going to do it that way. I'm going to strip this all down, take everything, all this stuff, everything off of this. I got to get a couple new spring perches. Actually, I believe the Explorers mount underneath, and I believe the S10 are above the axle, or vice versa. I forget what it is. But I'm going to cut everything off of these. I'm going to get a couple new perches for the springs. I'll get a couple new brackets for my sway bar that's on my truck. I'll get the conversion joint, and I'm going to take 2 7/8 out of the long slide. They call it narrowing it. So I'm going to take 2 7/8 out of the long slide, put it back together and weld it up. That'll give me 2 equal drive shafts, 2 equal axle shafts. They'll both be the same length. Chris already told me once I get it together to come see him. He'll give me another axle out of an Explorer to fit the short side. So basically what you do is you go to another Explorer, take the short side axle off and put it on the right side, as long as it's 31 spline. Shout out to my son-in-law, Rich Larkin. I don't know how he did it, but he printed this lug nut patent finder on his 3D printer at home. I don't know where he got the specs or not, but this thing's going to work perfect. Basically, you slide it over the lug nut studs, and you mark your Chevy bolt pattern out, and that's how you drill them. Explorers are 4.5 inches on center, where the Chevys are 4.75. But anyways, like I said, this thing's pretty custy. It's been sitting on the ground. It had no tires and wheels, so I'm going to tear it all down and get after it. Once I start that, I don't know if I'm going to get it in the truck this year. You know, I can't fit the truck. Well, I might be able to back it in the workshop over here and get it done, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, when it comes time, I'll have the GoPro out, and you guys are going to tear this thing down with me, and we're going to put it together. And I appreciate all your comments. I'm actually almost monetized on short videos. I need your help. A few more subscribers, and I'll be there. So please hit that like button and share the video so that I can get a few more subscribers. I can't do it without you. You guys have been a tremendous help. I appreciate you all watching. Don't forget to pound that like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.